In this video, we're going to explore two interesting array methods. They are called array sum and also array every. So let's see what they do. First, let's create an array at the top. It's going to be just a general array, so I'm going to call it array. And then inside of there, let's put numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. The sum method tests whether at least one element in the array passes a certain test. So what is that test? Well, test is any function that we implement. In this case, let's add a function that's going to test whether a number is greater than 3. So I'm going to do const is greater, or let's do greater than 3. That's going to be an arrow function, which is going to receive one parameter of number. And what is that function going to return? Well, in there, we're going to check if number is greater than 3. That's it. And the result is going to be a Boolean because comparisons return Booleans. Great. So now we have to use that method. And here we're going to say array.sum. And then in there, we're going to pass that function greater than 3. That's it. Now let's console log this whole expression. And let's see what the response is. Okay, if we do that, we get true. Now let's see why that is happening. Well, try reading this in plain English. Array sum greater than 3. Are some elements in the array greater than 3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 4 is greater than 3, and 5 is greater than 3. By default, that means that some are, right? At least one element is greater than 3, and that means that our function returns a Boolean true. If we have specified greater than 5, so I'm gonna change these values, currently we don't have any value that is greater than 5, and then this is false. Now, I'm gonna show you a trick. You don't have to declare this function like so. You can immediately use this function right inside of here. And then get rid of this. But let's go step by step. Let me delete this whole thing and let's go explore this in greater detail. So we know that array sum accepts one thing. And what is that? That is a function, right? So in here we write a function. And array sum loops through the array. So it does the same thing that the for loop does. It goes first to the first element, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So for every iteration, we get that value of a number right there. Or if we want to generalize it, that's gonna be L, shortened for element. Great, and now in here we can provide a check. If element is larger than 3. Now to read this in plain English, we say check if some elements pass the provided test, or in this case, check if some elements in the array are greater than 3. And if we console log that, you can see we get true. Some elements are greater than 3, 4, and 5. Great. Now we're gonna use the same thing in the array.every. The only thing we have to change is from sum to every. And now if we console log this, we get false. Why is that? Is every element in the array passing the provided test? Meaning, is every element larger than 3? Well, that's of course false. It is not. We have 1, 2, and 3, which are not greater than 3. If we wanted this to pass, then we would have to say like if is element greater than 0, in that case, all elements are passing the test. So just to repeat, this thing here, array.sum, returns true if at least one element passes the test. And then this thing here, array every, returns true only if all elements pass the test. That's it. Simple as that. These are pretty handy and you're gonna find yourself using these array methods quite often. Now let's move to the next array method.